What's up, guys? I'm here with Caleb. Caleb's going to demonstrate the movements for us today. So tomorrow's workout is going to have 30 seconds of each of these movements. It's 3 sets. So you're going to start with 30 seconds of single unders. Nice, good. After that, you're going to do 30 seconds of active Samson lunges. You're going to lock your fingers, reach up high. Good. Show one from the side so we can see how far back that knee is. So his back knee is way far back. He's taking a giant step forward, stretching his hip flexors really good, working his overhead position too. After that, he's going to do 30 seconds of slow air squats. Nice and slow. Yep, I like to reach up. He's trying to make sure his chest stays up nice and tall. He's initiating the squat by sitting back with his hips. That way he's not putting all the load in his knees, and his knee position is good. He's driving the floor with his feet, so he's really connected to the ground, just pushing out. Okay, so you can do 3 sets of that. 30 second single unders, 30 second active Samson lunge, and then 30 second slow air squats. All right? We'll be back with the dumbbell warm-up next. That's the weightlifting portion. This portion is going to have 4 to 5 sets. The first thing you're going to do is a tempo push-up. So the tempo is 2-1, 2-1, which means you're going to take 2 seconds down, pause for 1, 2 seconds to come up, pause for 1 at the top. Just a really good controlled push-up. Full lockout, his elbows are staying close to his rib cage. He's got his fingers open, he can feel the ground in his fingertips. His body is nice and tight, it's a good push-up. After that, he's gonna hop up, so 8 of those. Hop up, do 10 single dumbbell deadlifts. These are a Romanian deadlift. So you're really thinking about pushing your knees and your hips back, slight bend in the knee. We're trying to get a good stretch in the hamstrings, and we're gonna keep that dumbbell very close to the legs. You should almost feel it kind of rubbing down your legs. You want to show him a couple from the side. He's going to set his chest nice and tall, squeeze his lats, down and up. You can do a little bit more bend, so just sit into it a little more. Yeah, good. Each person is different with this. You may not get as far as Caleb. He's pretty flexible. The main thing we want to do is focus on using the muscles that we want to use. If we bend from the back, then we're not lengthening the hamstrings. So when you bend over, you want to focus on hinging from the tailbone, okay? Not bending your knees more and not rounding your back. And some people are only going to be able to do that to about right at the top of their kneecaps. That's totally fine. Just really work on your Romanian deadlift and don't have a goal necessarily of how far down you go. The next thing is 12 toes to dumbbell. So you're going to set your dumbbell up. He's going to hold it with both hands, and he's going to come overhead and touch his toes to the dumbbell. Lightly touch the heels, come back up. Notice that the whole half of his back is off the ground at the top of this. So that can be the hard part for some people. You really want to try to elevate those hips up and get your body off the floor. That way just your upper back and your hands are connected to the ground, and everything else you're lifting up, okay? All right, guys, so 4 to 5 rounds of that, and then we're gonna get into the Metcon. All right, guys, Caleb's gonna show you the Metcon movements now. This workout is a really fun one. So you have 5 3-minute AMRAPs. So at the beginning of each 3-minute segment, you're gonna start with 60 double unders and 20 jumping lunges. After that, you're gonna do as many rounds of Macho Man in the remaining time. So if 60 double unders and 20 jumping lunges takes you a minute, you have 2 minutes to do as many rounds as possible of 3 power cleans, 3 front squats, and 3 shoulder overhead. You might get through this 3 or 4 times. Then you're gonna rest 1 minute, and you're gonna start the next round with the same thing. 60 double unders, 20 jumping lunges, and the remaining time is many rounds of Macho Man as possible. This workout is called Macho Taco. Your goal or your score is going to be how many rounds of Macho Man did you complete in all 5 of those 3-minute AMRAPs. So Caleb is going to show you Macho Man first. So he's going to start with 3 power cleans, touch the floor, rack it up. He's standing up tall to finish his clean. Then he's going to do 3 front squats. Hips go below parallel, he stands up, and then 3 shoulder overhead. This could be a push press, or if you need to jerk it, you can. Okay, good. So that's 1 round of Macho Man. This workout is intended to be heavy. So 50 pounds for men, 35 pounds for ladies. Macho Man originally is with a barbell, and I believe it's a 185 pounds for men with these movements. And it's every minute on the minute. So today we've taken a little bit of Macho Man and put it with this double unders and jumping lunges. So it'll be fun. The double under and the jumping lunge, let's have Caleb demo the jumping lunge, okay? So he's gonna be in his lunge position, he's gonna jump up and switch, yeah? Make sure he's not banging his knees on the ground. Good, rest. So it's good to open those hips up all the way at the top of that jump, and then focus on placing the feet and absorbing the motion on the way down. No, shaky feet. Try not to keep, end up in this position. So if you can't do this, then you want to just do static lunges instead, which is just a front step lunge with no jump. Exactly. And if for some reason lunges hurt, you could always do an air squat, okay? So 5 rounds, 3 minutes. How many rounds of Macho Man can you do in the time allotted, in the extra time in those AMRAPs, all right? Good luck, guys. I'll be back with some accessory work. All right, guys, so we're back with the body armor, okay? 3 giant sets, 9 tempo, single arm, dumbbell bent rows on the left arm. So he's gonna bend over, he's gonna do a nice slow tempo. I would like for him to pause for a second at the top, then lower for 3, 2, 1, straighten the arm, and then back up. Pause at the top. So he's going slow down, slow up, and pausing at the top. After he does a 9 on his left arm, he's gonna grab his band or dumbbell and do banded good mornings. So on the dumbbell, you can just give it a hug, and you're doing something similar to the RDL that we did earlier. Yeah. His back is gonna end up flat, so he's gonna have his shoulders about as high as his hips, but some people, good, you can go a little bit higher than that. So let's go right there, come back up. Most people realistically are gonna be about right there, okay? You can try to get your back more flat, and I'm sure people do go further than that, but for today, on the band, it's gonna look very similar to what he just did on the dumbbell. So his shoulder's gonna get right about there and back up. Keep a little bit more bend in your knees, butt back, hips through. So when he does this, he's thinking about bringing his hips through, right? Squeeze your glutes, hips through, boom, good. This is, we really wanna create powerful hip extension. This is a great way to do it. 21 reps. After that, 9 tempo single arm dumbbell rows on the right. So he's gonna bend over and he's gonna row. Yep, 3, 2, 1. And hold. And so then he's gonna do that right arm and then 21 banded pull aparts. He's gonna grab his band and he's going to pull that band apart. He's gonna relax his neck. He's gonna keep that band taut, so he's never gonna let it snap so that it's slacky, right? He's gonna keep it nice and tight. He's focusing on the lower straps. Can you turn the strap face that way? So right here, he's focusing on squeezing all those muscles together and kind of pinching his shoulder blades. His arms are nice and straight, and he's externally rotated. So we wanna see this nice, go back to the front, yeah. So you want to see those thumbs almost pointing up a little bit so that it's like he's snapping a twig in the air. That's going to give him a better squeeze in the lats. A scale version of this would be taking something like a 1 pound dumbbell and bending over and doing reverse squats. If you only have like heavier dumbbells, 5s, 10s, 15s, a good scale for this would be a seated dumbbell external rotation. So I'm gonna sit down on the ground, I'm gonna put my elbow up on top of my knee, and I want my elbow to be somewhat inside of my shoulder. So I don't want my arm to be flared out here, okay? I want my elbow to be somewhat inside of this shoulder. My arm nice and straight. I'm gonna rotate down and then up, okay? Not exactly the same, but if all you have is a 5 pound dumbbell and no band, you could exchange that, okay? Other things, Kansas soup. I know CrossFit does some videos like this. With half a pound, like this could be a really good movement. You can just do 3 sets of 20. You can also do YTWs. So on the ground, face down. He's gonna lie face down on the ground. He's gonna bring his arms out into a Y position. He's gonna lift up. That's a Y, yeah. Now try your T, so straight out, and then try your W. So elbows in, and he's gonna make a W, and he's gonna squeeze those shoulders up really hard. So now he can go from the Y, and from the W, straight up to the T, without touching the ground, and then to the W, yeah, T, Y, yep. And he can just work his way through those, nice and static, W, T, Y, and just work through those. And what I would do on this is I would do a minute and then rest and try to do that 3 sets. This is an awesome exercise. Make sure that you focus on that scap retraction, squeezing everything tight the whole time. Thumbs up for the T. We don't want internally rotated. Boom, okay? All right, guys, good luck, and let us know if you have any questions. Thanks, Caleb.